Hey there, it is Chanel here from the Heart and Soul with your weekly Oracle card reading for April 19th through the 25th, 2021. A little spiritual guidance to help you through your week to know what the energy is up to, what to expect, and how to prepare. I was drawn to the Saints and Angels Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue this week. And of course, we're going to draw 3 cards as we always do for the energy of this upcoming week. So that's card number 1. Let's get number 2 and 1 more card. There we go. That is our 3rd card. Let's see what they have to say. Card number 1 is Don't Compromise, St. Agnes of Rome. We often do this. We often will compromise just to move through a situation. And the universe is asking us not to compromise our emotions, not to compromise how we feel to be able to get to the other side of something. This is also that piece of being aware of how we feel. Do you feel connected to something? Does it resonate with you? Does it feel good? Does it feel like the right path? Or are you caught up in whimsical emotions? Are you caught in a feeling negative and not wanting to rock the boat or shift things, so not leaving a situation? It's really important this week to acknowledge how you feel. And I know that where I am right now, there is still a lot of anxiety and stress over COVID because we've been put down into a stricter lockdown once again, and it's stressing a lot of people out. But it's being able to acknowledge this and step back from it and acknowledge how we can deal and cope with it in a healthy way. You know, maybe breathing or meditation or just getting outside and breathing in fresh air. For me, just stepping out on my back deck, taking the dog outside, taking a few breaths of, deep breaths of fresh air can really shift how I feel. It allows me to just get connected and grounded again and ready to take on the next thing. So what is it that are your coping mechanisms to help you with that? But not compromising our emotions this week. Card number 2 is Speak Your Truth, St. Bernadette. So this goes hand in hand together. We're really being asked in general to speak our truth these days. What is it that you want to share with the world? What is it that you're not sharing with the world? Do you fall into, having imposter syndrome and think that you're just repeating things, but the reality is that you're not? Or do you just speak a certain way or speak a way when you're with this person or with that person? I like to call it wearing a mask. How you show up in one, situation versus another situation just to get through the situation. So make sure we're honoring that throat chakra this week. If you don't, you may notice that sore throat comes up, or just a dry throat will come up. Those 2 things are often common with not speaking our truth. Our last card this week is Move. Woo! Guardian Angel. I love it because it's got a nice big rainbow on it. The 3 of these things come together. When we speak our truth and honor our feelings, we don't compromise, we're able to move with the flow so much better. When we are aware of our own spirituality, our own growth, our own emotions, our feelings, our energy, things just shift and move in a different way. This week, you're going to be given the opportunity to acknowledge a move that needs to be made that comes from these 2 things. When you can take that and look at it by stepping back and detaching from it so we're not attached to it emotionally, but actually being able to step back and connect intuitively, acknowledging the logical, acknowledging the emotional, but taking that intuitive dive, that deep connection, then you will be able to see the clearest path, the clearest answer. It's amazing when we slow down and listen to our spirit, listen to the universe, listen to intuition, the messages that come through. And when we can acknowledge them and not question, I recently was shown to take an experience that I was about to share and slow down in how fast I was going into that. And when we slowed it down, I was able to see that I wasn't necessarily going in the exact right direction and that I needed to pivot it slightly so that we could be able to facilitate it in a way that really resonated with us, that was going to be the most powerful for the group of ladies I was working with. But it was interesting when it came up because it was like, oh, okay, I get it. We're just supposed to like really be prepared before we do this thing. But the reality is the universe was saying to us, just let divine timing line up. Divine timing can be everything. And if we push divine timing, often things will fall apart or they'll be more complicated than they need to be instead of just waiting for that flow and letting things unravel. It's a thing, right? It's a thing. Sometimes it's a frustrating thing. Sometimes it's like that beautiful aha moment, but divine timing definitely has a place in this world. So it can be tricky to wait for it. Again, this week, connecting to our emotions, speaking our truth, and moving from that place is going to be where the magic is. Again, making time to connect this week. That's where the answers are going to be found, by connecting in, tapping into spirit, tapping into intuition. So, so important. And it has been a continuous message lately that it's so important to keep continuing back to that place of spirit, because it's leading you and it's giving you the answers to get you in the direction that you want to go, to really create abundance and flow for you, whether that's financial or emotional or joy, but there is a better flow when we're connected into what we're supposed to be connected to. All right. If you haven't already joined Heather and Roseanne and I on the Quiet Yoga Library, please feel free to check us out on Facebook. It is a private group there. We're sharing yoga nidras and quiet practices, opportunity to go within and just a little self-care. That is a passion project for us. We love sharing Yoga Nidra. Next one is this Wednesday night, the 21st at 7 p.m. with with Roseanne. And then I'm going to go the following Thursday at 8 p.m. So that's a live Yoga Nidra, and then they'll be left in that group so that you can revisit them at any time. Heather did one on Friday night, so you can go back and check that one out as well on that Facebook group. I have a bunch of things in the works that are slowly coming out and making some adjustments to my website to accommodate that. So keep watching that. Of course, follow along on social media. I'm always glad to have you there. The card of the day is posted every day in stories and in reels and on TikTok. And of course, the Oracle card reading you find every Monday in IGTV on YouTube and in my Facebook page. Thank you so much for being part of my journey and allowing me to be part of yours. From my heart and soul to yours, have an amazing rest of your week.